Yes, people. And welcome to Rivals. Yes. I hope you lot are blessed. I hope you're good. We're going to get straight into it. Obviously, it was Newcastle that just played Arsenal. So let me just bring on a few guests. I do have the returning Stefan. Stefan, how are you, man? How you doing? I know it's a bit
What's
early.
up? What's
You
up?
good?
What's up, everybody? Yeah, thank you for the invite. And yeah, not on the best day, obviously, but I'm still here.
That's it,
So
man. That's right, man. Beating City in that 5-1. Don't worry, we haven't forgotten. We haven't forgotten, man. Also, I want to pick up another Gooner. Faze, how you doing, my bro? You good?
I'm alright, man. Can't complain. Seen better days. Can't complain.
Yeah, I hear it. Man, still got the set pieces in the background. I respect it still.
Yeah, man. That's all we got.
Yes, yes. How's it going on? Man, like Gokes in the building. How you doing?
Yeah, what's going on? It's a good night. It's a good day. It's a good evening. It's a good life.
I hear you, bro. I hear you, man. We're gonna get right into it. And also, we have Big Preach.
Well, go on.
Man, talk to me, man.
Well, go on. There, doing well. I'm good. I'm happy as well. So,
Oh, better man are happy, yeah? Jeez, we said everyone's happy off the downfall of Arsenal. Is that how it is, yeah?
no, not me.
No, just happy in life. Oh, sorry, my bad. Just happy in life.
Not me.
I get it.
Man was projecting.
Go
Man
ahead.
said, a man in the chat said he could hear the depression in your voices already.
Crazy. It's crazy. But listen. I'm gonna just start from the beginning because on the weekend, obviously, Arsenal did play Man City.
Got carried away.
I just wanted to know the feeling and the mood going into the game. I want an honest opinion. Was it like a thing where you guys thought, we're going off the back of a strong win? Obviously, you are 2-0 down, but this game is winnable. You can turn it around. Like, what was your thoughts going into it? I'll start with you, Steph.
My thoughts were, like I said in the WhatsApp group, I was very skeptical. I was actually surprised by everybody in the group. They were more positive than me, but I knew that going to Newcastle away, you know, they're pretty much, it's now official. I think they're pretty much our bogey team, and I just I just had a I didn't have a good feeling.
Someone's
So
at the
yeah,
door. Someone's at the door.
I
It's
wasn't really confident.
oh, it's the team. It's the team army. It's
I
the
heard someone say bogey team.
oh,
Stefan, and this isn't to FaZe because FaZe is humble and he's cool. This is to Stefan. We're not your bogey team. When you get beaten 3 times in a year, 5 goals, 0 replies, we're your peers. You're
Talk
looking
to
us in
him.
the eye, my friend. I was
I
gonna
mean,
come really humble, but then I heard, "Oh, Newcastle are our bogey team, like we're
well,
Blackburn Rovers or something." My
no,
friend, respect yourself, respect the
I didn't
team.
mean it. I
You
didn't
know
mean
what
it
it
like
is.
that.
hey,
We're
hey.
good. But FaZe and to all the gentlemen that are here, respect to Arsenal. I've got nothing but respect. You guys are title candidates for a reason. I've got massive respect for the team. Very, very happy to be here. Sorry, Stefan, you were saying. And
No, I
my
really
hats up to the panel and to the
Hey,
chat.
let me run this quickly,
Oh,
Stefan, before you reply.
no,
Let me run.
I really didn't mean any disrespect. I
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Congrats. I have no complaints.
Ah, yes.
Darkness is your ally. You really adopted the dark. I
Yeah,
was born in it,
I was born in the
molded
darkness.
by it.
well,
I didn't see the light until I was already a man.
Yeah.
It's nothing to me but blight.
uh, yeah, no.
Oh, God.
I have absolutely no complaints whatsoever.
No, I'm playing.
No, I'm
okay.
being
Look
serious.
at talk.
Really,
Newcastle
that's
had
true,
the
really.
perfect game plan, the perfect tactical setup. Even though I do think in the first leg they were a bit lucky because Arsenal couldn't finish. But
Oh.
today,
Oh, now you see.
but
Now you're gonna.
but
You
no,
always know how
I'm
to
just
make me.
I'm just being fully honest.
Hey, listen.
No, but
What
no,
he's like? What
but
you know?
today they played perfectly, and Newcastle have Isaac, and we don't.
That's
How
the
is
that's the
That
only
was
difference.
the major difference.
It's not like Gordon scored in the last 2 games against you.
Yeah, but Isaac made the key
It's not like he
difference.
didn't
He
score one
scored.
goal against us in 3 games or nothing like that. It's not.
No,
It's just one player that
I'm not
does.
saying Gordon isn't a great player, but at 0-0
You have
today,
to shake your head, isn't it? Like you can't. You
no, I'm not arguing with you, but for me, in the key moments when it was 0-0, we actually said this in the group. Whoever scores first will decide the game. And who was the most
Will it though?
decisive player?
Will it though?
It was Isaac.
Will it though?
Did Isaac stop you lot from scoring though?
I, it completely killed our, we had to score 3 goals away from home. It was tough. It was already over.
Listen, bro. Listen, man. Listen. You got cooked, man. That's it. And stop doing this thing where you say, "Oh yeah, it's good, but they were lucky." You sound like a husband that beats his wife and
I never said they were lucky.
and says, "If you weren't so rude, this would never have happened." Like, and you got to just take it and don't give any, you know what I mean, any extenuating circumstances. That's it, man.
Everybody saw what happened.
I never said they were
Everybody saw
lucky.
what happened. Like it was live on TV. It was live on 4K. Stefan, like it was.
I never said you were lucky. In this game, I didn't say you were lucky.
You said if
In the first leg, you said we were lucky.
Yes, in the first leg, I am annoyed because in the first leg, that was not a 2-0 victory for Newcastle.
Is there an argument to say? Is there an argument to say, gentlemen, that now that we're beating you 2-0 again, that maybe the first leg wasn't so lucky?
Oh
No.
Hold on a minute.
Okay, dude. If you think Arsenal
Not me.
missing
I'm just
6
asking.
big
I'm putting it out
chances.
there. I'm putting it out to my friends and colleagues. And
If you want to talk about luck, was Rice lucky not to get a yellow card?
I
just want to talk about luck.
Really, Cass? After the action weekend with Bournemouth, you're talking about yellow cards.
Poland.
I'm asking, was he lucky not to get a yellow card? I'm just asking. I'm just out here asking questions.
I mean,
am I allowed? Put my hand up.
wait. For which foul?
FaZe. He said he can only do half hour, yeah. So water or something. You know what time it is, bro.
No, this is not. This is good. This is good. Very, very, very talkative. Okay.
This is good. It's crazy. you know when Fury lost, he said Happy New Year.
Yeah, okay.
He said this is good. This is good.
Easy, bro.
FaZe, I'm still laughing about the last show. The last show I was on with you.
I ain't even sent the link out yet. This is.
Oh, you've been there for
I don't
a
know.
while too.
I was going to ask this to the Liverpool guys. Yeah, I don't know if I'm not saying that you might agree with this, but this is the second time I've seen Isak, in my view, really put the shivers up Saliba and Gabriel. I haven't seen something like this, and I want to get your guys' take on it since Fernando Torres and Vidic. I wonder what you guys thought about that. That's what it kept to reminding me. I kept on thinking these guys are actually scared of this guy.
Yeah, I'll go first, Preach, and I'll let you go after. If that's all right. I think that Saliba's a top defender.
Yes, 100%.
Let's pay the proper respect, and Gabriel's also very good. But they were in a blender today. They were in a ninja blender today. And Saliba was all over the place. I think he was scared of Isak. And it just filtered into Rice as well. Rice just looked shaky, like on shaky ground. Isak's a proper defender, proper baller, proper baller. And you're right to draw parallels with Torres and Vidic. It just seemed, he just looked, just starstruck, basically. Didn't know where he's coming or going.
Do you think Arteta played into Eddie Howe's hands after seeing what happened last time? Or was
hold on. Say to interrupt there. What's wild there too? Because I actually thought, Isak's done really well against the best defenders in the Premiership, like proper.
Yes.
In general, because that's what I thought that's the angle you was gonna go in.
Yeah.
During the match, I thought, Raj, you know what? Yeah, he's done really well. The top, every defender that we say we call a top, he's done something, either scored against or made look silly.
But wait, guys, isn't that the kind of story of Newcastle and Isaac? They play really well against the top 4, top 6 teams. But when it comes down to the lower end teams, they're not as good.
My friend, we're talking about the game. What do you want? What do you want now? Like, what do you want? Just one night, just before your Bournemouth and Fulham, you guys were starstruck. I kept on hearing people saying, "But Bournemouth and Fulham can do it. Bournemouth and Fulham can do it. Don't worry about Bournemouth and
I
Fulham.
didn't say that too.
Worried about yourselves." Just remember, we won 9 games in a row. We know we won middle of the road, beat middle of the road teams. Bournemouth and Fulham are good teams in their own right, and they had their own thing. But in today's game, your main question might be and going back to what Ashmatic was asking is, does Arteta play? I don't know if you guys saw the stats. I think Eddie Howe behind Guardiola and Klopp won the most games against Arteta.
That's right. I saw that. I
didn't see that.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. There's something to that. And I'm not saying Arteta's rubbish. I'm not saying none of that. I respect him, but there's something to that. Like I said, we set up in I didn't say it here, but it's the first time, in respect to Arsenal, I've seen Newcastle set up in a 5-3-2 from the outset against the team. And it's like Eddie Howe, like you said, Ash. I know that he kind of obviously Lewis Hall had a bit more free role where he'd go up, join the midfield, make it a 3-4-3, or at times go up with Gordon and stuff like that. But that is the question. It's like he seemed to know exactly what was going to happen with Arsenal.
Is it a case though, like, because Stefan, obviously he said it earlier that every team has a bogey team, and it just happens to be Newcastle at the moment. Yeah. Does he have any merit to that, or is it a case where Newcastle is just better than Arsenal? Like,
FaZe is going to say something now. It took you 20 minutes, FaZe. Now you're jumping out your seat. I can tell. Shaking.
It's have to ask simple football questions. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Newcastle are better than Arsenal, man.
No, Ash. If I can just compare it to like a similar team, it was when Spurs had Harry Kane and Son, and Man City just couldn't find any sort of answers for them. Where you were their bogey team for Son, and I think Gordon and Isaac over the last 3 games, the way Eddie Howe has set them up has perfectly suited Gordon and Isaac today. I wouldn't say the first leg, because the first leg Arsenal, I thought, were by far the better team. I know Newcastle won in the end, but on another day Arsenal would have won that game. But the game in the Premier League at St. James Park and
the last 2 days
and today, yes, I know the score.
What other day would you have won that game?
Can I ask, what was the score in the first Premier League game?
1-0 to us.
1-0. I'm talking about the first leg. Ask what
happened in the second game. Ask what happened in the second game.
No, but I would.
Okay, you lost 2-0.
It was 2-0 to us. Ask what happened in the third game.
I wouldn't say bogey team.
Right.
I would say they got your number, because how long has this been going on for? Like
3 games.
Yeah, so I wouldn't call it a bogey team.
How many? Wait, but preach.
How many goals? Didn't you go on title challenge last season as well?
Say it again.
Didn't Newcastle derail your title challenge last season as well? Isn't that the famous ball?
No.
The year before.
They were saying that all rugby players don't actually play football. They're just like a UFC team.
Yeah, UFC. And you know what, Ash? I don't know if you saw, but I've seen a lot of streams saying, "Oh, Joe Linton's not playing. We're so happy."
Yeah,
they've been cussing Joe Linton, but the one they're happy is not playing is Joe Linton. I'll tell you what, Ash, in terms of answering your question, for the top 6 sides this season, and for me as a Newcastle fan, there's 2 teams, but the team I really, really fear the most is Liverpool. But in the top 6 sides that we've played so far, it's us and Liverpool who have got the most points. I think Liverpool got 18 points. We've got 17. So we've drawn with Liverpool, drawn with Man City, beaten Arsenal, beaten Spurs, beaten Man United. We lost to Chelsea. That's the only team. And so it's not just an Arsenal thing. It's us playing against the top 6 sides. Liverpool is the one that really puts the bejeebies up to me, because they got everything, like I think, in a team: pace, power, intelligence, mobility, character, personality. It's just it's endless. You've got people coming off the bench. If it's not Trent Alexander, it's Conor Bradley. It's like it's an endless thing. It's insane. So I think we're getting better as a team. But there's still. It's not saying we're still. I think Steph was right to mention Bournemouth and Fulham, because there is a way that teams can beat us, especially when they start mid blocks and they start going really direct to their flanks, whether it's Iwobi, Traore, or I forgot who plays for Bournemouth, Cliver and Semenyo. Like they drenched us, they destroyed us. So but that's why we wanted Gahey so much. That's why we wanted, that's why we wanted a Botman Gahey partnership together. And so we're getting there. We're like 3 or 4 players away, 2 or 3 players away from getting to where we want to be. But yeah, that's my answer to it, really.
What let Arsenal down today? Was it their attack, or was it their defense, or was it a bit of both? Was it a mixed match, or was it just Newcastle just got the tactics spot on? Like, what was it?
I don't know. I can go in. I know what you guys think.
Anyone can answer, man. How did everyone see it?
I haven't got much to say on its arc. I don't mind going, but I actually also think that Newcastle wanted it more.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do feel like that's that element there. I don't know if I don't think it was 100% a priority for Arsenal.
And I think they play their best team, though. You can't do that.
No, I'm not. It doesn't matter, innit? You play who's in front of you, innit? Like, you're as good as the team in front of you, innit? Like,
I think they were rattled by the home crowd, because the home crowd was noisy.
Crazy.
Yeah, I said that in the chat.
No, but this is where, but this is where
doesn't like that one.
No. It's not about the rattling. It's Arteta getting the tactics wrong for this particular game. He hasn't learned his lesson with Newcastle.
But what could he do different?
In my opinion, what pisses me off about the way we play, especially at St. James Park, is he plays into Newcastle's hands. Calm the ball down. Stop trying to win duels and headers. Stop going long. Calm the ball down and play your game. With Newcastle,
what gets you into trouble.
No, I agree in this game, but for a long part of the game, us trying to win long balls and us trying to get physical and stuff, that works with most teams. But with Newcastle at St. James Park, the crowd feeds off that, and they also feed off that. And when they start to run and sprint, there's probably maybe Liverpool. They're not a more physical and powerful team in the league, and that starts to spiral into the game. And I thought, just calm it down. And the only player today that tried to calm things down and tried to pass it and start to kind of generate some sort of play was Partey. That was the only player.
I thought Odegaard tried as well.
He tried, but in terms of we played into their hands, and like Havertz like fouling Trippier in his like own area in the 36th minute. Why? What are you doing? Like, this feeds off the crowd. This gives them energy.
If that offside goal from Isak when it wasn't offside,
it was nasty.
That was nasty work.
Nasty.
It was move on and
Side note. Sorry, just side note. Is Isak a better striker? And this is not one for the statisticians. This is one for the eye testers. Is Isak Haaland?
No.
What, a strike in the ball?
A striker, like is Isak a better striker than Haaland?
No. Why? I'll tell you why.
No.
Isak is a better footballer in terms of skill and everything. But as a pure striker, Haaland can shoot with both feet, and Haaland in the air is 10 times better than Isak.
Well, how did we beat you 1-0, Stefan? How did Isak score his goal again?
Yes, he scored from a header, but I'm talking about just compared to Haaland.
You shouldn't do the 10 times better part.
yeah, that's the part that kills it.
Wait, okay.
I actually agree with you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask: is Isak the type of striker that you can pump the ball into the box and expect him to win it?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
He really is.
Go watch the YouTube.
For the second goal, the goalkeeper.
That's exactly.
Long,
Exactly.
Spun around.
Okay.
But you
Okay.
see what it is with Haaland, yeah, I feel like he could use, like what you said, both feet, inside, outside, like the chip,
Do you know what?
composure.
Preach. What do you guys think? And Ash,
Yeah, go on.
do you think? I think if Haaland played for Newcastle, people have a lot more respect for Haaland.
I agree.
Yeah,
With that as well. 100%. He would suit their style as well.
he would suit us down to the. He would
perfect.
love
He
it.
would be perfect for you.
Haaland and Gordon. Haaland and Gordon. Goodness gracious me.
No, actually, if you watch Haaland,
I love Isak. He's my guy, obviously.
no, but guys, if you watch Haaland at Borussia Dortmund, the way
Don't let
Newcastle
get his
play.
hands on you.
You're right.
Say that again.
Sorry, if you watch Haaland at Borussia Dortmund, the way Newcastle play is exactly the same.
Yeah.
He'd be perfect.
Yeah.
Can I ask, do you think this affects Arteta and the rest of the season, or is he unscathed? Did the trophy really matter? Did he really want it? Like, because obviously he's won 2 cups. He's won the FA Cup and the Charity Shield, isn't it?
Ash is trying it today.
That's what he. I didn't say it. That's what he said, isn't it? I didn't. Can't go to me. But so, what do you think? It doesn't affect his season. You think he just carries on as normal, and you lot think he's got more chance now and winning the Prem? Now he can just focus on the Prem. Well, it's not going to affect the Prem anyway, to be fair, because it's the final. But yeah, do you think that defeat in the semi will affect like the mentality going into the title chase?
I think so.
Because it's murmurs, obviously, you're very close seasons before. You get into a semi-final and it's getting to that kind of nearly, man, kind of.
I think
spoiler vibes, you know. People don't like to hear it, but
from my perspective, I want to know what maybe FaZe and Steph think about this. Is to me, because it was already 2-0 up, like obviously on aggregate going into this game. If I was an Arsenal fan, my main look onto this game was, okay, if we do lose this game, it's going to matter how we lose this game. Yeah. So if you went that out with your swinging and you gave it as good as you got, to answer your question, Ash, then it wouldn't. I guess the momentum, the performance going on from the Man City game still carries on.
Right.
But I feel like the way they ended up losing this game, I don't know what you guys think, but I feel like we took their soul. Like I think.
Calm down, Tune. Calm down. Fucking hell.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was there a fight to the death? Did you guys see a fight to the death?
Bournemouth took your soul. Okay, calm down about.
So now you're calling Bournemouth. Why are you calling? It's not a bad thing.
You beat us. You beat us in a semi-final 2-0. 2-0. You didn't take our soul.
No, but Stefan, the problem is we beat you 2-0 5 weeks ago at your ground.
Yes,
5 weeks later,
but there we actually played well. We just couldn't finish. We couldn't finish that day.
You know what?
We actually played well. Today we played shit, and you played really well. So it wasn't like.
I think you can't. I don't think you will get the answer for that question today.
Yeah.
I think you'd have to see how they respond. Like, I don't think they've got
FaZe, answer this, please.
Yeah, I don't think they got that type of mentality to let that happen.
We could. So we could never do that to Liverpool. We could never do it. No, we could never do that to Liverpool.
Right.
I don't think.
Do you know
what I'm saying? So
nobody is too good to get humbled, Tune.
Yeah, I think it will. I think what it is that feeling happened. If it happens to you, it's that's the feeling that happens. It's not.
I disagree, guys. Arsenal have a 10-day break now. They're gonna go to Dubai. They're gonna recover. So it's not the end of the world. There's still plenty of the season to go.
The issue was that because you had such an emphatic win over City,
yes,
there was a lot of euphoria and there was a lot of hypement, and I think this a bit of a back to reality, back to life, as the song says.
Yeah, but Cass, we were 2-0 down going away to Newcastle. You weren't gonna meet a lot of Arsenal fans saying, "Oh, we're definitely gonna go through."
No.
I was negative.
Unfortunately, there was a lot.
But to Toon's point, but this is the point that Toon made, which I really agree with. You can get knocked out on a 2-0 aggregate, of course, but I don't think you had to lose that game today. You could have
Okay.
just
Okay, Cass. Okay, Cass.
Yes.
I'm
I agree.
gonna. Okay, wait. I'm gonna ask you a similar question. When last season, when you lost at home to Atalanta 3-0, were you really hopeful?
You
No,
see
no.
this.
When you went, no.
He's
When
gone
you
there.
went away, to
He's gone
Italy,
there.
were you saying, "Oh, we're gonna go through"?
Stefan, you have to
No,
respect.
I was thinking that we were going to win the second leg. Yeah, maybe not.
Yeah,
go
but
through.
I was
Not go
but Cass,
through.
you were speaking, but I'm telling you, I was negative from the get go. I knew we were out from the first leg. I even said
Yeah,
it on the stream.
of course
It
you
was
were out.
over.
But I didn't think you didn't think that you were going to get beaten in this fashion in this game. That's what we're talking about.
I
This
thought
game.
honestly, I thought we would
1-1
score
draw.
at least, but did I think we would lose in this way?
The game
No.
was over after 60 minutes, 65 minutes.
I agree. Yeah.
So you can't really say that to Liverpool after they
And they
came
missed
back against.
chances as well. Like
Yes, I can, because Liverpool after the
No.
Atalanta game in the second
No,
leg,
you like to look.
they
Okay,
looked
you can say
finished.
Atalanta. I can say Barcelona,
100%.
Champions League winners. Like you have to relax yourself with the same players. Like you have to be a bit humble and say, mate. The reason why we all thought, the reason why I would have thought Liverpool would have come back against Atalanta, because we've seen it before.
Yeah, we've seen.
Yeah, but you've seen it.
The reason why, okay, like so tomorrow's game, and this is more to Ash, for instance. The reason why, if I was a Tottenham fan, I'd be shaking in my boots about tomorrow. It's because we know that 1-0 doesn't mean anything.
One goal,
It doesn't
and they're
mean
going to shit
anything.
themselves.
Even if you're 3-0 up, you're still thinking, mate, if they get an early one, the crowd, everything.
But yeah, you're forgetting the context. They went back to Anfield, even though it was an amazing comeback. They were at Anfield.
With no
They had to
players
go to
though.
Italy. We had to go to St. James Park. Don't tell me that Cass and Preach were hopeful last year when they lost. It was the same for us. We lost at home to Newcastle. I wasn't like, oh, I can't wait to go to Newcastle so we can beat them. I was negative. You guys saw it in the WhatsApp. You guys were more positive than me. I was surprised. I knew at best I thought we might win 2-0 and maybe beat them on pens. That was my best feeling.
Steph, my wife said, we beat you 2-0. You need to talk to me nicely.
Oh, wow.
Oh wow.
I am talking to you nicely, too. Like,
I'm joking.
what do you want from me?
I'm joking.
That's my match of trading still.
That's been on it today, isn't it?
Ash had it lined up.
Where's he gone?
He went away.
Yeah.
No, but his reception was kind of bad.
Wow.
I'll be back
You
in 1
weren't even that
month.
deep, man. You weren't even that deep, man. Oh, damn.
Yeah, I knew his reception was bad.
He's back. Sorry about that.
Before, Ash,
Yeah.
I know you're going to get to it, but before I leave, because I need to leave soon.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts about tomorrow, please? I need to hear from you live.
He's like, couldn't wait. I couldn't wait.
I need to hear what you think.
You know what? I'll be real, yeah. Like the whole time I was feeling positive at all about it. I was like, yeah, we're gonna get slapped at Anfield. We never win against Anfield. And I still feel the same. Yeah, I haven't changed. I just know that obviously Postecoglou says I always win in my second season, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm saying. I'm here. I'm waiting to see it. I'll be honest with you. I'm waiting to see it. There is a possibility, though. Like I didn't think we'll sign anyone other than the goalkeeper, possibly a defender, and we ended up signing Tell. Do you know what I mean? I didn't see that one coming. I'll be honest with you. But do I think that would make a difference? I think it's a lot to ask a 19-year-old to come in and be that difference maker. Especially when last season he didn't score a goal. I know he came on most games and he's got a few minutes here and there, so you can't really look at last season. But still, for him to adjust to a different league, hit the groundwork, running, it's so much going on. And then we've obviously got our back line. I'm not making an excuse, but the back line has been decimated. So what we're saying is we're gonna either start Danso ahead of Archie Gray, and I'm like, Obviously, Archie's been performing there, but he's not a defender. But Danso hasn't really performed, played in the Premier League since, well, Southampton. I think it was Southampton. He had a failed stint there. Do you know what I mean? But to be fair, he was a young buck. He's gone over to Germany, Bundesliga, did his trade, went to France, did his trade, and now come to Spurs. Can he turn up in his first game with Ben Davies back against Mo Salah and co? I've got my question marks because I know Salah versus Jed Spence did lock him up. I'll be real. He put him in a headlock. But I just think Salah's not going to hug that touchline. I think Salah's going to, hold that middle a little bit more. And it's going to ask different questions for us. Richarlison likes to score against you, man, though. I'll be real. Richarlison.
He does score against Liverpool.
To see Richie coming, just causing havoc, being a menace. He's not my favourite player, but I think he can do something. He can cause some type of upset. You know what? If I'm being honest, if Spurs can hold out first 10 minutes, not concede, get to 20 minutes, not concede, get to half time, not concede, we've got a game. You know what I'm saying? Definitely.
I thought you lot were definitely going to concede against Brentford. I thought it was going to be a massacre.
Yeah.
And somehow you come away. I didn't watch the game. I only watched the highlights. But
Brentford had, I checked the stats. Brentford had 22 shots, I think, and an XG of was it 2 point something, Ash?
Yeah, it was. They had a bit of XG than us, but I think our XG
got that game not conceded anyway. You know what I mean? And Brentford are a serious outfit.
Yeah, no. I think we didn't invert the fullbacks as much as we normally do, and then I think the two midfielders, they kind of sat to protect.
You actually played defensive, Ash. He adjusted for that game.
Yeah, so I can see him doing the same type of tactics, not all the way, because I think you're asking problems if you say Liverpool come on to us. No, you can't do that. I think a mid press would suit better, and just don't ask the fullbacks to jump. I think that's been a problem for Spurs for a lot of time. The fullbacks would jump and leave the two centre backs exposed. Do you know what I'm saying? So
no, for me, Ash, the biggest issue in the Brentford game, which you can't do against Liverpool, some of the playing out from the back against Brentford was almost suicidal. You got quite fortunate. There were a number of times where the goalie almost lost the ball. Against Liverpool, I would not do that. But let's see. I mean,
he has been direct at times, but I think the times where he was direct against Brentford, the ball wasn't sticking as much. And I think with Richarlison, that's what he needs to work on. He's not really a good outball kind of guy where you get the ball into him and it sticks to him. But what he is good at doing is dropping on the floor, getting a foul, and then from there you can kind of push the team higher up. Do you know what I'm saying? So there's a glimmer of hope. I'm not completely like, Liverpool got this, because it's a one-off game. Anything's possible. But if I'm looking at previous games when I've looked at Anfield, I'm like, boy, it's not, you know what I mean? If we were 2-0, like how Newcastle was against Arsenal, I'd have a different type of chest. Do you know what I'm saying? But I just, we've had such a bad season. Those wins that we had against Brentford and the one against Elfsborg, it's not enough for me to be like jumping up and down and say, yeah, Liverpool shamelessly, we're gonna just do them and do this and that. Yeah, I'm still not there.
But even if you were positive, which you can't take positives because he did change the actual tactics, which is a positive. If you give up 23 shots to Liverpool,
no, you can't. We cannot. And that's why I think he's going to bring Danso in to play more aggressive, because Danso under Lons, I don't know how to say the name, but he played in the back four and he was aggressive as a centre back, a bit like what Romero does, man to man. Do you know what I'm saying? So whoever you guys play up top, I expect this Dan's brother, 6'3", 6'4". He's mad physical. He's got, I think he had like 7 to 9 bookings last season. So he's going to be like, whoever he's marking, he's going to be definitely aggressive. So,
but I know you mentioned Salah. I don't even think Salah's going to be your main problem. I know he gets the.
I don't think it was last time.
Gakpo is on fire. Even when he's not scored at the moment, he just looks so confident. Like he's just cutting inside. He'll take his first shot. He'll go wide, and then he'll take his second shot and he'll go a bit less wide, and then by the third shot, it's in the back of the net. Like,
Yeah, that's true. Cass, that's. I swear to God, I was thinking that. I was like the last game. Every next shot that he takes is better than the previous. That's so true.
Trust me. Yeah,
But that's what I'm saying. Dan's the new Don, the centre back. He's got to deal with Gakpo. Do you understand? He's got to deal with him inverting, coming into that little space on the edge of the box, or trying to get inside the box. That's when Dan's has got to be aggressive.
For me, no. For me though, the other problem that I noticed with Brentford is if you play that deep block, Ash, which you do, what Brentford didn't have with their midfielders, is their midfielders can't shoot, and they don't usually cut inside to shoot. Whilst the Liverpool, pretty much all of their midfielders can shoot from long range, and you have Gakpo, who drops deep specifically so he can cut inside and shoot. So if you give them space to shoot, that's going to be an issue. The only positive is that Trent is missing. So that space that you gave up to Brentford, Trent won't be there to shoot from there, because that's also a big danger.
Yeah, I just think if Spurs can get an early goal, I'm like, you know what I'm saying?
But that might get us angry though.
It's a red Hulk, yeah? Like, come out. I said, no.
Preach, what are you saying? What's your feelings?
Well, I got faith in Slot. So I think what's really messed you up is not that you're playing Liverpool at Anfield the second leg, is that you've exposed your only tactic that could beat us in the first leg. He's gonna pay attention
What
to
preach? The ref?
No, Slot. Like he pays attention to tactics, innit? So yeah, that's cool. Are you even reading the comments, bruv? Are you talking to me?
Who, me?
Yeah, you should be reading the comments. There's a lot of they're chatting to you, bruv.
Let me see. What are they saying?
Yeah. There's a
I'm
lot
on my phone. Let's do it.
Yeah. But so I feel like that defensive tactic.
I was thinking, why can't you guys hear me? I realized I was on mute. Sorry, go on, preach. I was like, why can't no one hear me?
Oh, the defensive tactic that you use, he now knows you can do it, so he's gonna be prepared for it. Because the first leg, that was just a shock. I don't think he was expecting that defensive element. So I feel like now that he knows you can do it.
But preach, would there be an argument to say Nottingham Forest done it twice to you? And if is there do you really have like is there an antidote for it? Like, so
well, I did think about that.
Okay.
And, I mean, technically it's turned around it, so they surprised us the first time. That's what I mean when I say first game they surprised us.
Now type of thing.
Yeah. Second game, 1-0, knew what they could do. Even like in the first game, remember he said that they didn't even play their starting. There's a few players that they didn't play that they was expecting, they shifted a few players around, so they beat us through the surprise element. There was a bit more expectation. Yeah, it was 1-0. We didn't win. So,
but wait, can we talk about the obvious though?
The red card didn't come out, and then that guy, and then Bergvall scored.
Does anyone think there could be a red card in this game? Does anyone think?
For sure, and it'll be for Spurs. I guarantee you. If Liverpool are losing, the refs are gonna come out again.
No, I think Spurs played us cool. I think this actually suits.
Spurs played this cool too in terms of Anfield.
Because I think the main thing Spurs will have to deal with is fear, and
they're soft. They've always been soft.
I know, and I get it, Stefan. But what I'm saying is, I don't think Spurs are going to be. So when Spurs play Chelsea, there's anger, there's recklessness. It's not going to be like that with Liverpool. It's going to be a bit more cautious. I think the fact that Liverpool are missing Trent. No, I know you got ball playing centre backs, but Trent just gives you the X factor with the long balls, and you can switch the play in a dime like that. You're going to really miss that, especially if Ange looks at this game today, for instance, he says, "Oh man, that 5-3-2 is not too bad." And then looks at Nottingham Forest, that counter attacking is not too bad, and he'll fancy his boys to be able to keep up with the running, which they will. They can run. Spurs have many faults, but being able to run and sprint is not one of them. Mm-hmm. So you're going to have to earn your right to get into this game. I'll take Stefan's point that there is, the guys can shoot outside the box and cut in, but that's why people do those kind of shots a lot less, because there's a less chance of getting them in. I think Spurs would be relatively happy if Liverpool are forced to shoot from outside the box constantly.
I don't think you can tell where our goals are going to come from.
Yeah, exactly.
Guys, I think Liverpool just need to watch the Everton game. Liverpool are 10 times better than Everton. And the moment Spurs were under the caution, they started pinging balls into their box, which Liverpool, if they had strength, would probably do it far more. But even with Connor Bradley, who's got a great cross, the moment Liverpool start to really press and put them in their box, into their own, and they start crossing ball after ball after
who's
ball.
done that to Tottenham this season? Who's really pressed the life out of Tottenham this season?
But the thing is, Spurs had Dragushin. That was
when we beat them in the league, when they played the attacking football that we're expecting, we whacked them up.
Okay.
Yeah.
I actually thought, I know you guys are going to say I'm biased, but I thought Arsenal at the Emirates, in the first half especially, I thought Spurs could barely get out of their half, like in terms of pressing wise.
Ash, do you think Spurs can learn the dark arts for this game? Because I think you're going to need it.
Oh,
yeah,
for sure.
I think it's a possibility we can, because respective of what happened with Dragushin, I think they told Dragushin to get back on the pitch to kind of go down and then come up. Yeah, I'm trying to say. So that was an evidence of them slowing the game down, using the dark arts slightly. I know Andrew isn't a fan of that, but as everyone submitted, he has adapted. You know what I'm saying? So in that situation, if Spurs can take that going into this game, slowing it down, just being like forcing shots from wide and outside, or just forcing them down the sides rather than letting them play centrally and just back in the middle, then there is a possibility. Like I said before, the longer it goes on, the better it is for us. 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Like manage the because remember, like against Brentford, I thought what we did well was we managed the minutes up until the first half, and then in the second half we learned from Everton, because Everton we completely capitulated after that second half, and that's when we lost the game. We could see 2 quick, fast goals. Do you know what I'm saying? But again, I'm saying Dragushin playing that from the back is part of the reason why teams were able to press us so aggressively, and Arsenal was evidence of that. Do you know what I mean? At the Emirates, when
But wait, Ash, just to continue your point, Danzo, from what I read on the ball, is really not good. So
I've heard mixed reviews.
So what you see what you just said there to me, yeah?
Yeah.
Sounds like you're playing for a clean sheet.
Most fans want that. Most fans want draw.
Well, I mean, I get what you're saying.
We can get the draw qualified.
And that's where I'm like, it's not gonna. I don't think that's gonna happen.
Well, Sonny's there. I mean, Sonny could get the goal. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that way. See, if you say something like that, where you get a goal and then you do that tactic, I'll be like, yeah. But you just said like, just clearly like,
it's just straight.
I was like, raw, just like a clean sheet, like raw.
Yeah, a clean sheet that ever ain't happening, bro.
Yeah. So like,
I just also want to ask Ash, as a Spurs fan, what do you think of the whole Van de Ven and just the injury bullshit?
Hey, listen, PR, bro. I said, them man rushed him. You get me? Them man rushed him, and now they're trying to cover it up. That's what I think.
I completely agree with it.
That's what I personally think. People will disagree with me, but I think the only way they had to come out and say, we're being precautionary, because the window, the way we were going after the Sassy, was mad, bro. Man said no, and he was like, we were like, what? So what? We're going to go again. No means no. I think he rejected us like 3 or 2 times. Like,
I honestly think, I'm going to be honest, Ash. I honestly think that the Van de Ven injury is more serious than they're letting on.
Yeah.
And I think they really panicked in those last 2 transfer window days.
Yeah. That's why we put 55 million down for Guehi, plus 20 million on add-ons.
Yeah, which was.
I don't believe that though. I don't believe that story, Ash, because sorry to interrupt you, Stick. It's only because Guehi's going to be in his final year this June, and they're not going to get more than 50 million from him. They've already got Lacroix. They could get another 20 million centre back from somewhere. People were saying they're crazy to let that go.
Apparently, I don't know. We were linked with 8 centre backs throughout that window.
Oh, okay.
By the way, I read reports also that Guehi didn't even find out about the bid. Like he found out about it
Yeah, he doesn't need to know.
a
He
day
doesn't
or
need to know
two
about that.
later.
That's quite normal, to be fair.
Yeah, that's fine. He doesn't need to know.
Yeah.
What do you mean he doesn't need to know? They're bidding 70 million for him.
Yeah. So what's it got to do with him? If
It's
I'm
just
the owner, if I'm Newcastle owner and I'm talking to Ash, Spurs owner, why'd I have to go and tell one of them, oh yeah, by the way, Ash is bidding for you? I ain't got to tell them nothing. And if I accept the bid, then we've got something different going on.
No. That's actually a really good point. The owner probably thought, oh, Spurs.
It's not like in
bidding for
Arsenal,
him.
we've got to go ask players for their permission and stuff like that. We're not.
No. I completely get it. Like, if it was Real Madrid and I'm the owner, I'm gonna go tell Guehi. But if it was Spurs, I'd be like, he wouldn't want to even go anyway. So there's no point.
nasty piece of luck. Yeah.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna go to bed.
God bless.
Thank
Take
you.
care, Stefan. Thank you, sir.
Thanks for the invite again. I see you guys.
Yeah. Hey,
Congrats, dude. Congrats. Gloat.
I appreciate you, sir.
Gloat in your victory. We're
No,
gonna fuck you up when you come to the Emirates in a month. I guarantee it. I guarantee it too.
I remember that.
Let's clip this. Let's clip this. Let's clip
I
this.
remember that, yeah, because he's still.
We'll put it on rewind. Oh, they got lucky.
Clip
We didn't
it.
score our goals.
You'll never learn,
We will
Stefan.
shit on Newcastle when they come over.
Hey, Stefan, do you remember things reminding you of a day like this?
Days of what?
You see, when I first joined, I remember he warned you about a day like this.
Hey, no, preach. You know what? That's the whole point of YouTube, banter. So you can have clips, where you look stupid, where you look great.
Stefan don't care. Oh,
that's
he
good.
don't
Well
care.
I
done,
don't give a
man.
shit. But one thing's for sure, preach. If shit hits the fan, I'm still gonna be here, huh? Unlike you last year, who disappeared for 2 months when Liverpool were shit. So please, preach, please.
You already won that trophy, bruv. So
Okay.
Whoa.
Celebrate your League Cup, preach. See you guys.
and you celebrate.
I like it a lot. Hey, big cup. Hey,
Big talk.
want to go to the phase
But
next?
you know what I was gonna say though, as well.
Go.
I don't know what team he's gonna play. You know, if he plays a similar team that played against PSV.
He's not going to play that. He's not going to play.
No,
He's not going to play.
I know.
Yeah.
Only because he got there's no games for about 9 days or something like that.
What do you think of Bakayoko?
Yeah, I know you want that too.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because I know Preacher obviously saw him play. The right winger for PSV.
Yeah.
What do you think of him?
What you want?
Yeah.
We've been chasing him.
Someone did it all late against Liverpool. That was mad. Crazy.
Mad.
Are you not linked with him? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the man I linked to.
Okay.
So,
You say you got getting past the guitar.
Hey, phase man. So
We sold a couple man. We're good
Yeah,
now.
no, you're there.
Villa's the one you got to look out for. They bought that. Their business is mad.
Yeah,
Mad.
let's see. If it clicks.
Hey, FaZe though, talk to me about. Did you care about the League Cup? Did you want to win, or were you not fussed? Like, what was your
Look at who's going to ask me, do I want to win?
He thinks you're so laid.
No, I remember there was a point when he was like, "Bro, I remember the dark times." You get me? So he was moving like I used to
pray for times like this.
You know what I'm trying to say? So I wasn't sure if you were like, man, I want the bigger trophies, or I'm just happy that
People,
any trophies. I know that
people who say that are idiots, man.
Yeah.
People who say that's just copium, and that's you being so not self-aware. You're just gonna say dumb shit to make yourself feel better. If you say that don't make. It's like I like making money, but I don't want no £5 notes. Dumb. It's just dumb.
So you were generally hurt. You were generally hurt when you lost that game, then. Or disappointed, not hurt. That's a big word, but hurt.
Nah, obviously I want to win, but it's not like like when Bayern lost the Champions League final to Chelsea and they deserved to win. It weren't like that. Like you know what I mean? I ain't got nothing to be outraged about, and we deserve to lose.
Would you be more on fire if Arsenal were 2-0 up from the first leg and we like won 3-2 like 3-0 today type of thing? Would you be more enraged if that, not enraged, but like would you be more disappointed if that were to happen type of thing? Or were you more like we're already 2-0 down, it was always going to be a little bit more difficult. Is that why? Are you more accepting of it, kind of why, or?
Yeah, if you throw away a lead, of course you're gonna think,
It's
"What
mad,
the
isn't it?
fuck
Yeah.
is going on here?" If you turn into Man City, do you know what I mean? But it was more faith than belief we'd win. Do you know what I mean? They're just styles make fights, innit? Their style beats ours, innit? Like,
did you ever think like off the back of the Man City when you scored a lot of goals, bro? Like a lot of goals. And I know everyone just takes their turn against Bonnie, innit? Yeah, I'm saying Bonnie Blue. So, but did you go into it thinking like, right, yeah, you know what, we could use some of that against Newcastle? You know what I mean?
You know, any hope I had for the game was after Isak scored and it was disallowed, the game was over.
Yeah.
After they scored that first,
the mentality just went completely.
After that first goal was scored, I don't know if it's like a thing of watching Arsenal.
You knew it could happen again. You knew that moment could happen
for
again.
so many years. I just the way that the way we started against City was like, ooh, like, do you know what I mean? So like the way this game started, you know, like you could just say it sounds so cliche, who wants it more?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like their press was amazing. Like these people about when people were talking about who said they weren't what do you call it? They weren't quick with the ball. They were too. They said we were too. Someone said we were too delayed.
Slow.
Yeah, Gary Neville.
No, it was someone on this stream who said it.
What, the last game?
No, this game just here. Someone said we played.
Oh, probably Cass or Steph.
Yeah.
One of them was like we played too. What did they say? Too fast or too slow?
Jay, might have been Jay. Yeah, too slow.
He said we played too Newcastle rushed us, didn't it? Yeah. We didn't get too long on the ball, so like we couldn't start up any play or get anything. We're a fluent team, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They pressed us so well that by the time we got the ball, we had to do something with it, and then by the time that person got the ball, we had to do something with it. So that's why only a few moves really pulled off. They kind of hurried us.
So was that down to Arteta's poor setup then? Against Newcastle, and like, because obviously you lot played them already at the Emirates, and then going into that game, you know they're going to be aggressive. They want to press you. Because I remember Toon even saying against Chelsea that was their tactic, and Chelsea didn't know how to live with them.
Yeah,
they were going to adopt that same type of press against you guys. And so, do you think like Arteta could have done better setting up, maybe play a little bit more direct into Havertz? Because Havertz, I know it's not the way you play, but just to beat the press at times.
Yeah, but you know what it is, because just because you intend to do something don't mean the other team's gonna let you. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like that's taken away from how good Newcastle were trying to say Arteta done something. Because I respect Eddie Howe. I come here all the time and defend him when people talk shit about him. I respect what he does, and Arteta just managed a 5-1 victory against the treble winners. And then now he's magically lost all of his manager experience and don't know what he's doing. Like, do you know what I mean? The best team won, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? We dust ourselves off, so hopefully forward back next week.
It was gonna be, it was. We really wanted it. Like the fans were nervous.
Is it 7 years I heard? Is it 7 years?
No, hold on,
about
quickly before you go. You see, Jordan's there saying that semi-final was boring. You don't feel that way?
No, not for me.
I don't feel like that was boring. That was a bit spicy.
What do you reckon, Ash? Preach, you guys are neutral, innit?
Yeah, there was a bit of fight there. Like, do you know what I mean? And then I suppose
I enjoyed it because I thought
it depends, like
the boring game.
Go on, sorry, preach. Go on.
I was gonna say I originally thought it's gonna be a boring game. Once you score first, you're gonna kind of shut. That's what I thought. Like that's all I saw. But like, totally went against it. And I remember you scored early as well, so I was like, right, even
Isak was just like celebration.
This game's done really from then. In terms of boring. Like,
when I saw Isak finishing like that, I was like, he's in the mood, bruv. I'm so surprised he hasn't scored today.
You know what? Can I ask you? This is what my thing about Eddie Howe. I rate him as well, yeah. I remember you saying something about him, like the crossing the line. It was a while ago we was talking about
the Rubicon, yeah,
intense.
Yeah, I don't think he could keep this level of intensity. This is what I say. I think you got good players in the squad. Like today was an example. But can he keep them with that mentality to play like this? Like every game is a semi-final. Like that's what I
No,
think
he can't. Well, yeah,
you lot need. That's what I think you lot need. That
I think he's trying to do both things. So I think he's got a team that's so the closest similarity in style we have is to Liverpool. Obviously, Liverpool got better players, but in a lot of departments. But I think he's trying to get a mixture of both in terms of that. So even Guardiola said it. The way of going forward in football is Newcastle, is Liverpool, is Brighton, is Bournemouth. So there is that directness. But then you've got to have phases of play where you're going to be intense and where you've got to kind of drop off a little bit. I think so. It's not always like we're like pounded at the door each and every minute. It's only because you see that because we play Liverpool, we're forced to play like that against Liverpool because you're up like that. It's not every game, and obviously the fact that we lost to Bournemouth, lost to Fulham, lost to West Ham at home, like it shows you that we can't do that intensity all the time. So how can we then at least win these games or at least not lose these games when we're not at it like that? Well, I think a bit of the answer was today, play the 5-3-2. At least, in phases like that, and kind of try have a third man rather than having a third midfielder, i.e. Joe Linton. Because I thought he was going to have Willock instead of Joe Linton, but he put on Botman instead, and Botman made all the difference. Now you really have to think your way through this. But I don't know if that's an Arsenal thing, or what would happen if we play Bournemouth again, or Tottenham, or Liverpool. Would that work? So it's just been able to. So I keep on praising Liverpool's because you've got players that you can, like I said, with Trent, you can change the game, 80, 70-yard pass. But then at the same time, you've got your McAllisters, you've got your Szoboszlais, runners of the ball, technical players. You can slow the game down when you want. I watched so many Liverpool's game today, like against Lille, against like those type of games. And like it's like you guys were just like going through the gears when you wanted to. Bayern Leverkusen, you went through the gears. You went 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, and again. And I'm like, okay, this is very bad. I can't remember if I was on this show saying the fact that Liverpool can do that is very, very dangerous. Like that's a title winning team. So, but to get that, you need a good manager, but you also need the players to do that. So we're not too far from being able to do that. I think.
Like for me, I don't know. Like as a neutral, I personally thought the game was like this, man. Oh, you can't even hear it.
Yeah.
Hold on. Messed up my whole move, man. Damn. You messed up the shot. Damn. Can't even get the volume.
I know this is going to be boring because Ali said it's a man of few words. Like it's just...
Yeah. Oh, it's overplayed, man.
I still don't know if that's him or him acting like that because
that's him. This is definitely him, man. This is definitely him.
Because when I seen a little bit when he was joking about with Eze and they were like proper like man them.
Yeah. No, he's definitely like this, man. Here we go.
Football saved his life.
I think it would probably be a bit different, but I don't know.
No, he gave up midway there.
Yeah, he's like
he was gonna talk a bit more. Then he said, "Nah."
I think you don't want me to do it more, and
that's not even the one. It's the one when he scores a banger and they go, "You scored a magnificent goal. Can you talk us through it?" Will pass it to me. A shot. I scored.
This buddy said, "What do you lot think about possibly being able to have alcohol while watching a game in the stadium? Good or bad idea?"
That just makes me look at you a bit differently. I'm being honest.
This bunny as well.
No, I'll be real. Like I didn't even see the game, bro. I'll be real.
You didn't see the
game? 100% real. I couldn't find my remote control. I was like, bro. I had it. I had my TV on ready. I said, bro, what have I done with my remote control?
Are you serious? You can't find your remote control?
I couldn't find it. I couldn't find remote.
So how are you going to watch the Tottenham game then? You found it now?
I'm going to look for it tonight properly hard. Now. I'm going to look hard tonight, bro. But I'm doing a watch along anyway, so it don't matter. I'm doing a watch along.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll get to see it. But yeah, man. I had to listen to a stream to hear like running commentaries throughout the game. That's how I listened to the game. I didn't even watch the game. I listened to it. So when I heard Isak, I was like, oh, Isak! And I know, like when I was watching it, when I was listening to it, it was like a Spurs stream. So when Newcastle scored, everyone's going, man,
Arsenal made enemies. Arsenal made enemies.
Aimless. They were probably celebrating.
Arsenal. Yeah, man, it was great. Like with the Man City after the whole humble thing with Man City as well. They're branding some interview with Gordon now. I think he just said. I think they asked him, "Oh, how you feeling about the final?" He goes, "Oh, I just got to stay humble now." And da-da-da. And people are thinking that he's making jibes. I need to see that video properly. But I think you can only make enemies if you can't. No. You gotta back it up. Like, you know, when Jose Mourinho says, "I'm the special one," he went and proved that he's a special one. Like, so I think that's why now they made a lot of enemies. They gotta pull it through, type of thing. Otherwise,
it's them YouTube donnies, man.
Hey, FaZe, what do you think of this whole transfer window thing, though? Because are you as mad as the whole fan base with the whole window, knowing that you were like one signing away from like doing damage in terms of attacker? Or do you think, you know what, Arteta's got this, he doesn't need another attacker, we're all right with Havertz? Where do you sit on it?
I don't never sit on that.
Hey, almost got him.
He stumbled.
You know, I'm balanced, isn't it? So of course I'd want a striker, and I'd go buy the world and buy everybody and their uncle and their son. Of course, after Chelsea and City. No, but it can go two ways. Or you can look, man, you have tried to buy strikers back to back. You got Hodgland and
That's
Zerkzee.
true.
Like,
That is
what
true.
I mean?
That is true.
And look at Anthony. And you know, when you make them mistakes, yeah, it's like a quick thing to buy the player, but it's a very long thing to get rid of. Like, you get up with Mudryk and like, you know what I mean? So I'm glad they're not doing that, but I don't know who the striker is, man. I'd want a striker, but
they're saying that he's fixated with Sesko, but I'm with what FaZe is saying is because if you know what you want and you don't want a mistake like a Xerxes, Erasmus type of thing, you just got to stick with what, because at least if it fails, you know that you wanted it. It's not that you kind of last minute just went for something else because it was there. You know, that's a philosophy for life, really. I think that's what Arsenal are doing. So can't blame them.
Nah, I hear it. That's like obviously not settling. It's basically what you're saying, raw.
Yeah. They did it with Declan Rice, and it's paid off. I think he's immense. I think Declan Rice is immense. Really, I bet Man City wish they put the extra £10 million for him. Otherwise, they wouldn't be having the problems they got now.
We ain't lost a game to City since we bought him, and I think we lost eight in a row before we bought him.
Right. Who's better in the 8? Declan Rice or Bruno Guimaraes?
I don't watch Bruno enough to give you.
I thought you were going to say Tonali, because I think Tonali a bit more closer and profile.
Man like Jay.
Tonali.
I think they're similar. I think they do a similar job. It's hard to say. So I find it hard to say. Oh, I'd rather have that. Like, I think they're so like the same. I think the only thing, because this is just my own preference, I think the only thing that maybe gives Declan the edge-ish is his height. So he's got height and he's got technique. So I really like that. But then, you know, Tonali isn't like Gattuso. Like, he's probably about 6 foot as well. So he's not too short himself. So it's a close one for me.
I preach. What do you think? Do you think Rice?
I think Rice edges it. Pause, just in case.
Is there a pause in that? Where can you find?
I don't know. It was
just in case. Heavy defense.
It was shaky.
It's preempting. It's preempting.
Or left at any minute.
The prevention is better than cure. So.
Man's nervous about a Rice, you know.
But I think he's a bit better. Just a little bit. I don't know. Maybe because of the squad, the players around him.
I don't know. With Rice, I think what he does is keep the ball ticking. Like, he's not like a player that's going to penetrate. Whoop.
Yeah.
But
like, I don't think he's needed to do it as much at Arsenal. But remember, he's got the ability to really drag a team. Like,
yes.
Like, so I know he's got that. He hasn't really, like I said, he hasn't really needed to do it as much as Arsenal as he did at West Ham, but he knows he's there. Like, so I feel like when it's needed to, he'll be there in it to.
All right. Who would you rather take, a Tonali or a Rice in your team?
Yeah, I'm glad you said your team. Yeah, I'd say no, like Rice. Yeah, I'll pick Rice.
You pick Rice.
Yeah.
I too. Would you keep Tonali, or would you take Rice? Similar roles, isn't it?
It's similar. I'll take out Joe Linton. So I'll have Declan Rice, Tonali, and Guimaraes. And then you're looking
He
at...
put a politician suit on, you know.
Yeah.
That one nice, you get me? You know that one nice.
Because the one thing that Tonali has, I'm not saying Declan doesn't have it, is he's often the pass before the pass, or the pass before the assist, if that makes sense.
The ball over the top, the switching away, kind of.
Very quick forward. Like, so he's efficient when he needs to be. And he's...
sorry.
Yeah, go on, preach. Go on.
No, I was going to say, and both players are doing what they need to do for the team, innit? So it's like,
yes.
Like, would the swap even work?
Tonali harassed Ødegaard today. He harassed the life out of him.
Mad. Yeah. No, it's a good. It's not just throw it out there.
And if there's any chink in Ødegaard's armor, I think this is why I think Bruno Guimaraes is better than Ødegaard. How about that? Let me put it out there. If so, we've seen, like, so I don't know if he didn't see the game, though, Ash, but I don't know if what Preacher obviously is the only reason is the way Tonali harassed Ødegaard. I think he harassed Ødegaard out the game, but when they tried to do it to Bruno, it made Bruno even better.
Right.
It made him rise to it even more. So I'm not saying, if people are saying, "Oh, technical ability," fine, Ødegaard. Like, I think they both got it, to be honest. Like, but if they want to argue on that, but I think this is where you kind of go on personality and what you're thinking. So I said it in the previous show just before I came on here, was I actually picked up Kai Havertz, and the Arsenal fans were shaking their heads. And what I picked up Kai Havertz on was the same thing I hate Kai Havertz for when he plays us, is he's got a nasty character. But you needed it. You probably needed 2 or 3 other players in this game to show a bit of that.
Didn't Lewis Skelly, because Lewis Skelly's getting characterized as that kind of thug.
Nah. He met Trippier and he said, "No, there's levels.
Wow, is it?
There's levels to this." Preach for it. He saw it now. He said, "No, there's levels to this. There's places you can do that."
Lately, Skelly's been on it. Like, he's been bodying.
Yeah, you can do the Emirates. St. James's Park with Trippier, Byrne, Gordon. He's lucky Joe Linton weren't there. But like, there's places and people that you can do that to. Man City are on their knees. You can do that, but I actually was impressed with Skelly in the first 30-35 minutes or so, like the way he writes challenges and everything else. But there seems to be something that went through the team. There was like and it started with their centre backs, I think, with Saliba and Gabriel. It went on Declan Rice.
So what? Didn't my man show up? The project, not prodigal son, the new guy, the new Donny, the chosen one, Waneri, because he's a bit of another, like, not a nasty guy, but compared to Saka looks like he goes to church, like a church, but not like humble, you know, like that, yeah. That's what I mean, like the
you know. Let me just say, you know, the last show,
you know, like that kind of. Good boy, kind of, whereas Waneri looks more like, you know what I'm saying, from the streets, a little piece, like, yeah.
I was gonna say, remember last week's show with the Man City Donny Mikes, and he was saying that how he was saying that they're gonna beat Arsenal, and I was saying because of what Arsenal's missing. Now, the one thing I think Arsenal are missing, is literally, or goes wrong at, is the last touch before the goal. That's what I was saying to him. Now, this game here, that I can't pronounce his name as well. Did you see the cross that he?
Yeah.
All they needed was that last touch before the goal for that cross. No one was there, and that's what I feel like that's all Arsenal are missing now, for real. Like, someone to be at the end of that cross at all times. Like, I feel like there's got to be a type of build-up play.
But ain't that meant to be Havertz though?
No, I don't think Havertz is up there, like, proper on the defender's shoulder, like he doesn't play that. I think there's
You need to see the game, Ash. You should have the second
yeah.
game. The second goal, we hunt like Gordon and Isak hunted down Saliba. Have you ever seen Saliba ever like he lost the ball playing the ball at the back?
Oh, I did see that. I did see that
Yeah,
goal.
yeah.
I did see the
And
goal.
I was gonna say phase here. You think no, like because I feel like Arteta's trying to do Man City without a striker, maybe that kind of.
I thought that as well. The false nine.
This today, literally, this game, I'm thinking, I wonder if he's because it can be like it's proof it can be done.
Was around them days as well, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So it's proof it can be done. Like, and I'm wondering, do you think that, or was that just a wild, random?
What do you mean, though? I'm lost.
Remember, like,
They've
under,
had
it was at City, like under Arteta. I mean, under Pep. There was a season and a half maybe where Pep was playing without a striker. It was like it's just the midfield kind of element. And then just before it got Haaland, just before it got Haaland, didn't it?
Yeah, before Haaland was around.
A few seasons before that.
Even Messi, Messi's not a striker. Like he's always kind of operated without a striker. If he ain't got one like that false nine.
Yeah. So I'm wondering, do you think he's kind of like, no, I know the system that I've got will work like that, but maybe he hasn't got all the players. Do you think he's going for a striker, or he's going for like, no, I'm going to have a lot of midfielders that score goals?
It's weird, like I heard this on a podcast. Yeah, it's all of our players are like dual. They're all like mad versatile, innit? So they all are good at. They're quite balanced. They're equally as good as they are going forward as they are going back, innit? So I think the rule of thumb is positional play, innit? So no matter what, wherever don't care who the fuck it is. If there's a transition or the game ends up where you're in a place where you're out of position, it don't matter because you have the skills to cover that. Yeah. And then whoever's in your position has the skills to cover the other part of it. Yeah, so I think it's that duality. That's why he only buys players that are mainly versatile, to be honest. And they can do numerous roles, in it. So I think his goal is more because what you have in a striker, it takes away from the team in terms of, like, say, for example, controlling the game. Do you know what I mean? So I think that because Jesus, Havertz, these are all played and when it works, it's amazing. Look at Man City. I think his striker can't just be an out and out striker. He needs to be someone who can do.
So, because to be fair, he I don't know what FaZe thinks, but I felt like over the summer you guys really chased Benjamin Sesko. I don't know if you think that though, because I thought it was pretty much like you guys were really trying to get him to.
They were.
So is he that type of striker then, FaZe or Ash or guys? Well, I don't know too much about him.
Go on. I think he's that kind of like a bit like Havertz, quite physical, strong on the ball, can defend high up. Do you know what I mean? Can drift back in, build up, link up play, as opposed to that type of centre forward that goes in and gets on the end of things. He's more like, even when I look at his finishing, he goes for more power. You understand? It's more any type of goal I see. He's never like a tap in. I've always seen him like outside of the box, weaker foot, roof it into the top of the net.
Right.
Like almost like a Drogba. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Not the same as Drogba, but that kind of Eastern European style.
Right.
I'm saying the Dzeko almost. You know how Dzeko
lacks finesse. Lacks a bit of finesse, does he?
Lacks a bit of finesse, lacks a bit of variety in his finishing. That's how I see it. That's what he needs to improve on. But because he's young, and I think Arteta thinks, he likes good characters, Arteta. So he likes to he sees him, he likes the personality. Can I coach that player to kind of come into my team and be another option to what Havertz is? This guy's actually a number 9. You know what I mean? But I think that's why they play with 2 strikers. RB Leipzig, Openda, he's got more of an off-the-shoulder type of striker, whereas I think Sesko is more like the secondary striker, if that makes sense. Like old school FIFA, 4-4-2, one's a little bit behind, one's a bit more in front.
That's coming back. That 4-4-2 thing is coming back.
Definitely coming back. Definitely. And I think the whole direction is in now.
We use it. Gordon and Isak. Yeah. Especially
Gordon plays like a second striker.
Yeah.
What 4-4-2? Not a diamond though, because I'm sure there's some.
No, it's not a door. It's not a diamond.
No.
No, it's not a diamond. It's.
That's
I think-
levels. That's really like back to ISS days. Like
I thought Aston Villa and Emery was going to do the 4-4-2.
yeah.
They had
Douglas Luiz and that.
Yeah, but they also had the two strikers. They had
Watkins
Duran and Watkins. Do you know what I mean? But like Spurs are playing Aston Villa now.
He'll be a great striker. Speaking of Duran for Arsenal, isn't that the guy that you're kind of looking at? He has a bit of finesse about him, positioning, and can hoof it.
A lot of people don't rate him, but I think he's good.
I think he's exceptional.
I like him. He's only had one season.
Got personality.
Come off the bench.
Maybe a little bit too much personality.
When he did that, he scored. When he came off the bench, he scored. Like I don't know what more you need to do, but hey, what do I know? But I just think, yeah, they lost Duran, and now they've lost Watkins, innit? Because I think he's done a groin or something. So Spurs are playing.
Watkins is injured.
I think Watkins is injured, and Rashford. I don't know if you've seen him lately. Bruv, he looks off it, bro. Like,
First day out, I felt him, bro.
Yeah, so he's looking rough.
I see some clips still, and I was like, "No, they're taking the piss." When it's before and then that's what Manchester United can do to you or something like that.
But then that's what that means. Someone made this point about Aston Villa. I don't know if you guys agree, but they get caught up in the lights and glitter of names. I feel like, is that the case? I mean, Asensio isn't exactly. I mean, he's exceptional, like he's a gifted player, but you know, he's just what's he been doing lately, and what's he going to do in the Premier League? I feel like once he feels one tough challenge from someone, he's going to it's the Premier League. Rashford isn't actually. He's not the Rashford that we know. Like,
yeah,
but you've got to admit though, if you can get him back,
this is it. Everything can change it. You know?
If you can maybe a new lease on life, it could be that kind of because they go for those players like Barkley. Like they kind of go for those players.
No, but Barkley was already back from the Luton days. You can see that he was back.
Yeah, that's true. I get it.
Rashford, you don't know if he's going to turn up to training.
Well, it's a loan, isn't it? It's a loan, so
it's an expensive loan.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, but it's made how much money, man? They're laughing.
What t-shirts?
You might be able to send Turkey.
Duran, they got how much? They get 70 something for Duran.
Yeah, 70 mil.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I forgot about that actually. Yeah.
And they bought for how much? They bought for how much?
14 or so. He bought them. Did they buy from Ireland or something?
Chicago Fire.
That's it. Yeah.
Chicago Fire. I thought that was a TV show.
Insane. Freddie Adu, you know, crazy.
Yeah, that's what.
I think Duran is the guy. I think
statistically, he is. He's got 12 and 29.
Yeah.
He's only had like 6 starts as well. Like
you got to see as well because he could be playing in the right formation. Do you know what I'm saying? He could be playing with the right tactics.
No, but they did this. They did this. I was watching the Athletic. They talked about him, like even with the small kind of pool of stats you got on him, like he's still excelling. Like even with the small time you're given, it's because of his positioning, what he does with the even. So you know that he can play in the low block. So if you're Liverpool and you guys are always playing low block teams, for instance, you already know Duran can do in the box, but then he can also do it outside the box. He's got the strength. He can stretch the defenders if he wants to.
Yeah,
like. I'm surprised that no one really said to him, hey.
He went for the bag, bro. I'm telling you, 500 bags.
I think if you're Arsenal and you say to him, I know it's significantly more, but if you say, okay, look, we can't give you what Saudi give you, but we can give you our name, we can give you our brand. You'll be playing for Arsenal. You're not playing for, you're playing for a big club, $250 a week. I don't think he'll give up the,
I think the way they're thinking about it, they're thinking that he's not the exact guy that we want.
Well, personality-wise.
Remember, man was kicking up things like trying to.
Not even that.
The thing though, like,
if Sesko is who they want to go for, like Watkins is old, isn't it? So in a few years, he's a problem that you know what I mean. It's not a long term.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? He's easy to ship on. Do you get what I'm saying? And I think that because if he's going Saudi, he's going for the money, innit? We ain't going to match the money. And it's back to what you said about Duran. Duran's actually good. So that's the only thing that made me think that the Watkins bid was real. Because now it's like, oh shit, we got to make a choice. One's the future.
Ornstein said it's real. Ornstein said it was real.
Is it?
Yeah, Ornstein said that Villa offered him to you guys for 60, but you would only take him for 40, which is wise. But I think Watkins is a very nice guy. I don't know if you saw this interview. There's a small clip that I watched of him and John McGinn. And they said something about, because obviously McGinn plays for Scotland, Watkins plays for England.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Did you see what he said? He said something about who would you want the other to win? And McGinn said, yeah, I'm winning. I don't care. And Watkins was like, oh, no, I want you to win. He goes, nah, mate. Like, I'm like, what? You want the other guy? Like,
mentality is wrong.
That's wrong. We're not here to share victories and medals here. No one shares number one spot. That's when it was a small clip. You saw it as well, Ash. It's a small clip, but I got a lot. You asked Duran that question. Right? So,
I want to know about this whole contract situation, Preach, real quick. With the whole Trent, obviously, I don't know what's going on there. It looks like he's gone over to Madrid. And then you've got Salah. I'm not too sure. Does he want to sign? Does he not want to sign? And Virgil van Dijk. Are they? Do you reckon they're trying to wait for both of them to sign before they announce anything, or do you reckon Virgil van Dijk signed something already?
I don't know. I don't think anyone's signed anything. I don't believe that they play tricks to that level. Like, and
I think they want to put them out all at the same time.
Yeah, I got a feeling as well, maybe, but I don't know.
So you don't think anyone signed a contract for
no, I don't think any. And also, I don't think you can keep it that long secret. Like someone's gonna leak it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Nah, like, Liverpool are good with. You guys are pretty soundproof with that stuff.
No, but not what for, like, keep something secret for 6 months. That's what I think. That was part of the reason why even Klopp came out early as well and said it, because it was
true.
Right, so what do you reckon?
Around asking questions, and then some club says something like, "Oh, Liverpool asking for a right back." You get me? And then everyone's like, "Oh," do you know what I mean? So I feel like you couldn't keep a secret like that. Tell you the truth. So I just think maybe they know. Maybe there's a verbal agreement.
That's what I was asking. Yeah. So, do you think Trent then? Yeah. Do you think if Trent's to go, do you think he should sign an extension? You're a bit like, you know what Cunha did. Cunha came up and he was like, "We know Cunha's going."
That's the guy I want in the summer.
Cunha's going. But what he said, if I'm going to leave, what I'll do is I'll sign a contract and I'll put a clause in it, and then whoever comes up to clause, then I can leave. But do you think like Trent should do that? And if so, why hasn't he done that? Like, why hasn't he signed an extension?
Like, obviously, I would like that, yeah. But if he signed that extension, like, really and truthfully, whatever bid comes in is still not worth what Trent is. Like, if he's a 1 year extension,
at least you get something rather than him leaving for free.
See how you're saying at least we get something? Yeah, that's just like greed. Like, he's one of us. His academy. We didn't buy him.
Profit though, like you could buy someone. Because remember,
I know. Listen, I'm just saying. What I mean is
a bit tight. So
what I mean in this is like, I don't know. Say he's worth 80, yeah, and we get 50. I'm gonna be like, all right, 50 is nice, innit? But like, it's not gonna change. Like, yeah, well done, thank you for everything. Like that feeling doesn't go, innit? It's just like, yeah, at least we got 50 for him, innit? Like, the bad they were in the group. I said, yeah, but we got 50 for him still. Like, it's not. He's gone. So I'm not really like. I've kind of accepted that if he's going, he's gone. Like, I'm not gonna be pissed. Like, it's Real Madrid. It's on a free. They do that, innit? Like Mbappe, like they do that. You get me? So I know I'm already cool with him going, innit? Like, what I'm actually hoping is he goes as the champion.
So you don't agree with what Jamie Carragher was saying? Because Carragher's like, brother.
Carragher's mad, bro.
Oh yeah, like, Carragher's still there, innit? He's still stuck with the Gerrard stuff, and you get me? Like, he's still that Gary Neville. That man, there's that, innit? It's what Sky Sports needs it, innit? To do that. That's cool. No, well done. Thank you very much.
His dreams, you said, right?
He's 26. He shouldn't have. The contract should have never got to this point. Yeah, I'm saying
it's bad on the club then, not really on him.
Yeah, not in him.
I respect Liverpool for holding their stance on this. You're still Liverpool Football Club. No player is bigger than Liverpool, and every club should act like that. And I understand with Liverpool fans, but I see it from the perspective of, okay, Trent is amazing, but if Liverpool have and it's working for them a structure, they're showing you love with the optimum amount they can give you. You can't say I want them to show my value. They're doing what they can within the Liverpool structure.
Yeah.
And I think you just want to just admit you want to go to Real Madrid. I think the same thing with Salah. I think yes, you can say he's asking what he's worth, but if the club can only give you the maximum out of it, then stop saying, "Oh, they're not giving me they're giving you." I don't think, for instance, Liverpool are going to be shortchanging him. And at the same time, they're giving you a contract. I think I don't know if Preacher will know. I think they're offering him 2, but he wants 3. But I think you're in the right because as a legendary as he is getting old. There's nothing to suggest that by this time next year, the season kicks off and we're all laughing just how funny.
But what are you saying? Salah is allowed to leave? Because I think if
so.
Salah goes next season, I don't know if Liverpool are the same.
Everybody says that. Everybody says that. Everybody says that.
I tell you when I agree with people, with that statement. If Virgil goes. See, if Virgil goes, I agree. That's the most fair. You see, out of all 3, Virgil has to sign just to keep us where we are afloat.
He can't. I mean, he's also going to get an age as well. Like
but we need him to stay. We need others to learn from him. Like this season, like his leadership has been the best I've ever seen. Do you know what I mean? Like, can't afford to lose that. The vocalness that I've seen, the way he's pointing, directing things, I've never seen it like that from him. So like he's valuable. I get it. Salah, those goals are valuable, but like I feel like we could work around workable. Like
I don't know. Like I feel like I was watching the Bournemouth game, and I was like, Bournemouth were very much in it, and I think you're right. When it came to Virgil van Dijk, he was the difference. But equally, there wasn't much in the game, and it took Salah. Obviously, he got the penalty, and then he got that goal. That goal he scored, it was tight. It was 1-0. I remember Bournemouth were in it. And then he just came not out of nowhere, but he just came up with the goods. Do you know what I'm saying?
I agree. But look at the Brentford game. Same result, but different scorer.
Yeah, true.
So like,
but if you'd lost that game, suppose you didn't get that penalty and Salah wasn't there, and you ended up drawing that game, all of a sudden that title race looks a bit techie, and Arsenal are only like 3 to 4 points behind you. You see what I'm trying to say? Because that would have been 2 points dropped. And then all of a sudden, can Liverpool hold on to it? Like, do you know what I'm saying?
No, I get that bit right now due to Salah's contribution to the team. Yeah, but I do feel like I don't know. I just feel like
both are important. I feel really important in
like,
different ways.
Tactics has gotten the best out of like under Klopp. It's like Salah was like every year just a percentage lower. But whether it was 1%, 2%, 3% less. I mean, he weren't keeping up with that. The ball just going straight down. He was getting right backs was just pacing him out now in everything. So
I also think that your recruitment has been so exceptional that holding on to certain players might be blocking you from getting. So, I'll always say this: when you guys won the Champions League, I think you could have sold Salah or Mane then, and you probably could have got Haaland. You were the hottest team at the time. You would have known about Haaland, for instance, instead of Núñez. Because I think Núñez was because Man City bought Haaland at the time and you wanted to flex your muscles. That was out of character for Liverpool, I felt.
100%. 100%.
So
got caught up in that.
Yeah. Let's show them what we got type of thing.
Yeah.
So I don't think you'll be doing that again. So you got Edwards back, and I think there's players out there that Liverpool can really flex their muscles. I think they're getting ready for that. They've made a couple sales where you're really primed for getting someone really, really decent as well. I'll be interested to see who it is. So you're not going to get another Salah. You're not going to get another Van Dijk or stuff like that. But I think there'll be a new Liverpool. I don't think if I was a fan, I wouldn't. I'm fairly, for instance, even I'm seeing our infrastructure getting built. And I'm like, I'm fairly okay. Like I know that we're going to make decent signings. Like we're not just going to do anything. So
that's how I feel. I'm as you don't know from the chatting, bro. I'm happy with how they've done things obviously because of the outcome so far. Like, I'll be real. Obviously, I wouldn't be happy if they did this and like we were 5th, 6th, 7th. Do you know what I'm saying? I'll be real. I'll be upset. Obviously, I'll be my grace period stuff. You get me? Like, I'll be putting out that card. You get me? But like right now, especially, I'm not even lying. Soon after I watched the PSR show, and I was like, oh yeah, like seeing it like in the presentation. I'm like, also this season, the amount of money we've most probably saved financially or helped as well. So yeah, like ideally win the league, win the Champions League, one of those. Summer, we get what's needed. Get rid of whoever slot fills isn't doing the job.
And also, you're a big club, but you've got a great team. So Man United are a big club, but they haven't got a great team.
Yeah.
My Arsenal are a big club, but their team is still proving that they're a good team. So when people keep on saying Isak to Arsenal, I'm more worried. I'll be more worried if it's Liverpool, right? I'm more worried if Liverpool really make an approach. I'm more worried if Man City, people talk about Man City, but it's a fall off, but they're still champions. You have to respect that. They're big clubs with teams that are really, really good. So, yeah, I'm surprised that there's people think that Salah's Peter Pan, that he will never get old. Like, you're going to see this glory forever. It's not going to.
Yeah, it's true. That's how clubs are thinking about it. But I know Preacher's thoughts on tomorrow's game. I just want to get FaZe's thoughts on what he thinks could possibly happen in terms of Liverpool at Anfield playing Spurs. Spurs are 1-0 up, and in the reverse fixture, was Trent missing? I think Trent was missing in the last game.
Wasn't he playing? He came on.
He came on, but he didn't start. He didn't. Bradley started, and I'm starting to think: is he going to be a massive miss tomorrow? Will he affect the way Liverpool come out tomorrow? FaZe, sorry, over to you, bro. I'm talking too much. What do you think, man?
Common sense would say Liverpool win, innit? For how good they've been. But deep down, I don't really care, man. To be honest. That's none of my business.
I respect it still. I respect it.
Yeah, man.
I did an Elise. He did an Elise.
Yeah. I'd rather.
Imagine the conversation between FaZe and Elise, bro. That conversation is so dead, bro.
Oh, fucking hell.
I fully understand it, bro.
I want Spurs, though. I want Spurs to win something, though, man.
Yeah.
No shade to Liverpool. I just feel like fucking hell. You
an intriguing cup final. Spurs.
It means more. That's why it means more. You get it.
Cash said it before the start of the show. Unfortunately, I would under different circumstances, like Liverpool Newcastle final is a bit of a jump. I would want to see Newcastle win anyway.
Out of all the teams, Newcastle Spurs.
Yeah, nobody.
If I wasn't involved, Liverpool weren't involved, I'd be like, come on, Newcastle, man.
I don't understand the actual hate for Spurs so much, but I do get it because Newcastle all the way in Scotland. North East England, so they're not involved in the London mix-up. You know what I'm saying? So I do see the whole and the Geordie Shore. I do like to watch that back in the day. That was a great show. Biker Grove. So there's a good reason to like Newcastle. Spurs, what have we done? Like, just Lineker and them, man. Gaza, Ginola, Gareth Bale.
Yeah, those are the characters. You need them characters back, fam. That's what.
Nobody cares. You know what I'm saying? So I understand why people would want Newcastle to win over Spurs if Spurs were to get to the final and somehow beat Liverpool against the run of play. I still think Liverpool are the favourites, but weirder things have happened. Like Ange can pull out crazy things. You know what I'm saying? So no one thought he could go into a low to mid block against Brentford. Everyone thought. I remember Jamie Carragher was calling it. I'll be surprised if Spurs don't concede 3 goals. Do you know what I mean? Disrespect was crazy. You know what I mean?
Well, boy, you know what? If you do win,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a lot of shots fired, I guess. Because I think like
Less for Liverpool though. I don't think people will be firing shots at Liverpool for losing.
you reckon, yeah, or
No,
maybe
you guys,
the manner, maybe. Yeah, I do understand what you're saying.
you've earned enough respect. Like, Arsenal guys aren't going to be saying anything. Man City, you guys are just like lovebirds, like you and Man City. And who's going to really be throwing shots? I can't really see anybody else throwing shots.
Would you say Liverpool media darlings then? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, from their presenters, everything. But even I think Liverpool and I think it's more to do with the presenters. Liverpool, Man United, Arsenal. I mean, I'm listening to Gary Neville like today, like all these guys, like, oh, it's just imagine Isak if he wore an Arsenal shirt, and I'm like, is this guy?
I see that as well. I see that trend as well.
Like, I don't like. Yeah, I'm not like what I'm like whatever. But like, come on, bro. Like, are you insane? Like, he's wearing the black and white shirt. Like, this is the game. There's no transfer. We're not doing transfers now. The game is happening now, live. Like, this is.
They're talking online.
This is it. Yeah, it's not transfer rumors. This is in the game. Like, are you know? So, I think maybe that's why. Maybe public are saying, nah, like we want like Newcastle to win this kind of thing because it's clear that we're getting no love from the media, if anything.
Okay, yeah.
You man used to have Ginola as well, man. I remember.
Yo, Ski, those are the days, man. But there was no social media them times and stuff like that. So the good thing now is that we've actually got an infrastructure, and we're looking to build a new stadium that's looking at like 1.2 billion, a world-class training ground. The same people that built your training ground, Tottenham's training ground, Real Madrid's one are looking to do our training ground as well. That's going to cost between 150 250 million. They're saying. And we've got Paul Mitchell as well. Like, he's having his way, like, by the looks of it. I think Eddie Howe's trusting him with certain players. We're getting a few young players. So you guys, your club's been doing this for ages. But for me, this is like new stuff. Like, I'm like, sheesh, bruv. You can actually scout and buy players. That's amazing. Mm-hmm. So you don't do Dennis Wise and look at YouTube clips and stuff like that. So
one of the kids I see right now, one of the kids I see, that's what's in fashion. Do you know what I'm saying? Everyone's looking to the youth to build. Lower ages, obviously.
But you want to be able to, they're getting the youth to build, but at the same time, they're looking at your Mark Gahey's, for instance, 24, 25s. They're looking at, they're trying to do things at the same time and kind of, it's not like.
Players that are ready to play now at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, inexperience is you, or like players that have high ceilings, is players that actually can do something now.
The owners, because they're super rich, like, so different, like, I think the difference between, you would say, for instance, maybe when Tottenham and Arsenal were building their stadiums, you guys had to like put transfer money into stadiums. We can build a stadium and do the transfers at the same time. So there's no, build it. It is what it is. Like,
no PSR, no FFP. Like,
to build stadiums.
No, but you said you could do the stadium and the players at the same time.
Yeah, so the PSL, so we sold 25, 30 million worth of players. I did a show on it as well. So I think because we didn't buy anybody for the last 3 windows, literally, we'll have a lot more headroom in terms of this summer. We could have even bought players. We were trying to buy Kusanov, for instance, but Man City came in with like double the price, for instance, and stuff like that. So there's definitely money there to be spent. Plus, if we get Champions League, for instance, so that's why we're holding up on the sponsors and stuff like that. Plus, we just got more players to sell as well. So I think we've got good money to be able to spend this time around as well. So I'm pretty confident that we'll spend it wisely as well. So we're more sustainable. I think the success could be sustainable, but they're taking the risk, obviously, like most clubs, in terms of.
What's your capacity of your stadium at the moment? What's the capacity?
54.
And then you're taking it up to what?
70.
Okay, yeah. You actually, your city is all about football anyway, so you can.
Yeah.
You can feel that.
One club, one city. Like, that's going to get filled up, and there'll be the way they're building it, or they're planning to build it, is you can still expand it when you need to, type of thing. So you can make it even bigger. So it'll be the second biggest stadium. It's gonna look good. Like, it's gonna like be the bee's knees type of thing. So yeah, man, just looking forward to it, man. How long did it take? By the way, how long did it take to build your stadium?
Did it in one night. Yeah, over one night, it was done. The man had it overtime. You get me? It took us. We were in Wembley for like a season and a half. No, 2 seasons we were in Wembley for.
Okay.
So yeah, it's about 2 years. Well, after the White Hart Lane got knocked down and demolished. But Arsenal, who do Arsenal have in the FA Cup this weekend?
Let me find
Leicester, innit? Oh no, it's Man United. Man United got Leicester. We got Birmingham, bruv. Birmingham away.
And who do Liverpool have?
We play Leicester
Plymouth.
the 15th of Saturday.
Oh, so you okay? The 15th. Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, so how many days you got off?
Yeah, there's about 9 days off.
Yeah,
Arsenal are in the FA Cup. Arsenal got knocked out by Man United, remember?
Oh snap! Sorry, yeah, my bad. No, that wasn't even that. No, I wasn't even trying to shoot. Yeah. Sorry, my bad.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Steph's lucky, bruv.
Yeah, we didn't really get to talk about Man City in it, but it's because obviously you man played each other in it. It's kind of overshadowed. But
Man City are
not the same, man. They're
not the same. But they've got this Nicholas guy who seems to be like apparently not a total kind of regen of Rodri, but tall.
Yeah, everyone's saying like he's another Spanish shoot in it. He's meant to be
whatever, man.
Why you always lying?
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Heard it all before.
Whatever, man. If it was only that easy, innit?
The end of marriage is over this.
That was crazy. That was crazy, bro.
Fucking hell, the copium is crazy, man.
Oh, so we're the only ones really that have like a Premier League team, because we've got Plymouth, you said, Preach. So we've got Aston Villa. Villa is the big game. Predictions on Aston Villa, just to go ahead of
where is it at?
Villa Park, man.
After you play Liverpool.
Yeah. Liberty's in it.
It's gonna be Villa, man.
Yeah, Villa.
It's gonna only because like that's really intense. If you manage to pull off both games like that, that's insane. It's not because you haven't got the same quality. It's just gonna be intense at Anfield. Then you're gonna go to Villa. That's gonna be some character building, mate.
Hey.
But
obviously, like I said, they've got no Watkins. And obviously,
Rashford.
My man's got
you know what? 1-0 Spurs.
You say 1-0 Spurs, yeah?
1-0 Spurs. I see a decline for Villa.
Hey, Preach, what you saying, man? Because obviously Villa lost their last game against Wolves, isn't it? Remember?
I saw that Cunha. Did you see that goal? The winner?
I'm confused. What game are you talking about?
Them, man. Cunha. Spurs are playing Villa, isn't it? FA Cup.
Oh, FA Cup.
Man, yeah. After you, man, we go to Villa.
Oh, yeah. League, FA Cup. Oh, yeah. Okay, is that...
And we've beaten Villa a couple times still. I'm going to lie. The last couple meetings, we dealt with them nicely.
I don't know. Because
you're not sure, yeah?
Yeah, because I think Rashford, that's a good move. Like,
oh, what? You mean the whole...
Could be.
What, Rashford going to Villa?
Actually, yeah?
Yeah, I feel like the new fresh lease of life is going to...
He might fit the kids in Birmingham and that.
Yeah, like, I don't know. Whatever, there's gal around there as well, so they can get me, big up the Birmingham gal, you know, but no, just...
You Love Island thing, yeah?
Yeah, no, I don't know. I feel like, because it's Emre as well, I don't know.
Good evening settings, yeah?
I don't know, but I think it'll go to Villa still. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, I hear it. Cool.
Yeah.
You said it. No context though, but yeah, I hear it.
There isn't force.
So good. Better than that. Yeah. Yo, Faze, what you saying? Villa or Spurs? I know you don't care, but
I was gonna say that.
Put it in. Put it in. What do you call it?
What, 2-1 in the chat from Jordan though?
No, but put it in. Yes. I'll put it up, man. Put it in the computer, bro. Put it in the computer. What's the computer saying?
If Spurs pull off 2 victories like that against Liverpool and Villa, that is phenomenal. I'll have to stand up and applaud that.
You say what actually is like the golden horn and all that.
I think people have to really like just let us allow him, and this will be an actual grace period. You have to just say, you know what, all right, just whatever happens from here on, we'll give you the grace, bro. Honestly.
Are you got the same? What? Do you reckon? Oh, I know. Yeah, you know.
What's your hopes, say, while he's typing? What's your hopes with Europa?
Europa, me.
Yeah.
Bro, anything's possible, bro, this season, bro.
Please don't let Man United beat you in the final. You guys will get to the final. Don't let them beat you.
We're good at beating Man United for some reason. We're good at beating the Man U, Man Cities. I don't just do them. I don't know what it is. Call it bogey or what? I don't know. We just Man United are looking terrible.
Sheesh. I saw the Palace game.
I can't get a Man United fan on. It's hard these days, man.
What's Kaz? Usually there's a little ding dong. No more ding dongs. Yeah.
No door, bro. No one's knocking at the door.
Yeah, don't forget the comments. Look, what my girl saying 4-1. She's confident.
What, 4-1 against Villa?
Man never backing it. Hey, the man never backing it.
That's in the last November, you beat them 4-1.
That's Shirley.
Yeah. Yeah, it's happened before, bro. We've done them, bro. We've been doing them.
Killer Emery called them
Yeah, there's a couple of you.
Yeah.
Okay.
3-2 Tottenham against Liverpool.
Hey, their V-neck chest coming up. Get me all that.
Bruv, I don't know many teams that can score 3 goals against Liverpool.
Yeah, I don't know many either.
Just saying, just saying, preach. You know what I'm saying? Not many teams.
Right now. Terrorized off the back of Arsenal. Gave Liverpool some trouble. Hey.
We're outside, that's what I'm saying, bruv. Was born in the dark. That's right.
Yeah, so preach. I mean, not preach, phase. What do you think, man? Villa, Spurs.
Alphabetical order, Spurs.
Alphabetical order.
Don't ask me for the scoreline. We're just gonna.
What a reverse. Yeah, why not?
I don't know, man. If anything could happen.
Yeah, no, it's a hard one.
It's just bollocks. Like, no matter what anyone says here, if you come back next week and go, see, I told you, you're a fraud. That's what I'm thinking.
I'm always right.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't know, man.
All right then, buddy.
Yeah. So you got people thinking he'll get through on the draw.
Boys, listen here, love. Got something. Oh, okay, fine. All right. Not gonna read that.
You know what? You know, Anjan only slot. I reckon there's some proper. Oh, fraternity stuff, yeah.
Boy, maybe.
Man on the pigs.
I'm gonna be watching out for that next time these guys shake hands. Go on Google and that.
You say that what David Cameron used to do with the pigs and that. Hard work, bro. Crazy, bro. Black Mirror, for those who know, Black Mirror.
Yeah.
Allegedly, we don't know if that for certain. You know what I'm saying? All right, cool, man. Well, we're gonna wrap it here, man. Big up to the.
Would you rather sign Isak or who said that?
Oh, you're gonna read that?
He said I'm Swedish. Who would you rather sign? Isak or who's that for? Is that for Faye? Is that for Arsenal or for who? It's gonna be for Arsenal.
Isak or who? I can't even. Where is Isak or what?
Spurs, man. Not talking about us.
You look that Alexander.
Yeah, I don't know if you've answered this question before or something like that.
Yeah, it can't be us. We don't sign players.
Yeah, that's the thing with penalties as well. We'll win on penalties if it goes there.
Yeah, penalties. I'm not confident. What, Spurs penalties? Liverpool? Nah. I don't want that. I don't even want that. I'll be real.
Yeah, we'll get Virgil to take one.
Yeah, no, I'll get this though. But yeah, man, as I was saying, man, big up the chat inside, man. The chat is on it, bro.
Yeah, they was on it today. Big up.
On it. Big up the chat, man. Big up each and every time. Big up to the panel as well, man. Listen, I'm tired. I'll be real. I'm surprised I did 2 hours. I was proper trying to stretch it out.
Well done.
I'm done. I'm done. But yeah, man. Any final words, you man?
No, man. Big up. Respect for the shout out once again.
Love.
Incredible panel, incredible chat. Always thankful for the invite. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Same time next week. Pleasure being there, boys.
I have respect for Arsenal for FaZe and Stefan for coming on, shall I say? Yeah,
I'm looking to clip. I'm looking to clip some of those moments. I was thinking, bruv, you know you're on a Spurs channel as well, bruv. You're giving them they're having a dream right now.
Listen, I'm not going too early because I'm waiting for the game to happen. This is why I'm trying to be smart here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You're cool. You're
I'm trying to be
cool.
easy.
Mr. Humble as well.
You know what I mean?
What's that?
You're Mr. Humble as well, right? You're Mr. Jay-Z. I'll save it for the main event.
Yeah, bro. It's not my fault though. Like, yeah. Don't talk too much, man. But yeah, beg you, man up, man.